Hey, Oliver.
Hey Jim,
How are you?
doing fine.
Doing fine?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. Was it hot today for you?
Yeah, it was hot.
Very hot. Were you drinking lots of water today?
I didn't have the chance to do that.
Oh, okay. With the high heat that a lot of us will be experiencing in this part of the world, drinking lots of water is important so we can evaporate sweat. That's one of the ways that humans keep cool.
Oh, I see.
Yes, yes. Aiden's here. Jeff's here. Hi, Aiden. Jeff is listening from the pool. Nice. I think it's about time you had a TV installed above the pool so you can float and then and then the TV moves with you. Would that be a cool invention, Oliver?
Yes.
Oh, I thought so too. So, what are we doing tonight?
We are doing Skylanders Trap Team. We are doing super spectacular Skylanders stream with Trap Team.
Excellent. And it's Saturday, June 21st,
Saturday,
2025?
Yep, it is June 21st, 2025.
Excellent. And today is National Indigenous Peoples Day in Canada.
Yep, I already do know that.
Oh, you
Today
do know
is
that. Okay.
National Indigenous Peoples Day in Canada.
Right, right. And we're doing something new tonight. Do you know what day it is also?
What day is it?
It is 251 days until the release of Resident Evil Requiem,
Okay.
which will be released on February 27th, 2026.
Okay.
All right.
I
We
don't
have a
know
comment.
Jane the Killer.
Okay, we have a question already from Aiden. Who is Jane the Killer? That's an excellent question. Who is Jane the Killer? So, as usual, we have 3 anniversaries today. We have a birthday. We have some gameplay. And what do you want to start with tonight?
I want to start off with... oh, from Creepypasta. Okay, what do I want to start off with tonight?
Uh-huh.
I want to start off with tonight, go to Game Stream Portal.
Okay.
And
all right, we're going to switch the scene.
I think I know how to start this all off.
Excellent. What about Nina? Who is Nina?
Is Nina the... I don't know who Nina the Killer is.
Mastermind is in the trap. And Fling Kong is now on the portal. Monkey see, monkey
see.
doom!
Monkey see, monkey doom.
Right? Throwing a frisbee. I wonder if Fling Kong is any good at disc golf.
I really hope so, because if that's the case, then he probably would succeed in that very well.
I think so. Especially also having the magic carpet. Plunk. It's Jeff the Killer's. It seems like everyone in Creepypasta has
Jeff
last
the
name
Killer's
the Killer.
girlfriend? Oh my.
So everyone is called the Killer in Creepypasta?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Doot.
Let's see. What would I like to do first? I think I know what to do first.
Oh, we're doing Soda Spring?
Oh, no, not Soda Spring. I'm gonna go.
I thought that's where you were going first.
No, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. So, let's see, show quest. Bring him to Arthur at Telescope Towers to prove that hypnosis is real.
Okay. And is that where we're headed to then?
Yes.
Telescope Towers? Nice. Okay. I thought you can't say killing, but unaliving. Jeff, it's hard to keep up with the internet. It moves at the speed just below light.
Yeah, it's really that easy to know it.
I saw Jeff today at Dorkalicious's Game Swap. Every year, Dorkalicious has a game swap.
What? Jane the Killer hates Jeff the Killer because Jeff the Killer burned her in her house on fire. Okay, that is very terrifying.
Yeah, maybe let's not talk quite so graphically about that. That sounds awful. Okay, Ling Kong to the rescue.
I think I know which. I think if I were talking monkey business, then I would say fly a carpet. I would ask my monkey if he were to work for me to fly a magic carpet. And you want to know which magic carpet I'm talking about?
What's that?
The one from Aladdin.
I thought you might, yes. That was a great magic carpet.
I wonder what he has to say. Mute.
Floating debris.
Maybe instead of being named Newt, he should be named Newton.
Newton.
Like
maybe,
Isaac Newton.
Maybe Newt is short for Newton.
Oh yeah, maybe you make a good point.
I got
the
Jeff. So let's keep the costume. So I'm excited to get it tomorrow. That's cool.
Okay. You got the costume. That's exciting. What is this whale even doing here?
That's a good question.
Probably an illusion.
Newt Gingrich. So probably Newton Gingrich, the author of Contract with America, and also serial philanderer. Didn't he? Was he one of the ones who cheated on his wife while she was getting cancer treatments? There's so many of them, I can't keep it straight. Two people both named Jeff. One is Jeff and the other one is called Jeff. Yes. Yes. Jeff, who has difficulty not dying in some games. Last night's game, Dark Cloud.
Okay.
It was a search for water.
Oh, I see.
Yes. And now he's in the pool. So Jeff has found the water.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's true. That's true, Smokey.
I'm saying that because I'm wearing my Smokey Bear shirt right here.
Right, okay. Smokey Bear swag. I don't think
so.
No,
I don't think they're related whatsoever. Equally weird hazards.
Equally weird hazards. Now, when do you find, is it Mastermind?
I have to look into, where Mastermind's quest is in this level.
Right.
But I believe it's somewhere in the lab.
Okay.
Where all the scientists are falling asleep and...
Right, okay. Embroidered Bridge.
Hello, Jack in the Boxes. Speaking of Jack, wonder if Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk is real.
Ooh.
Or maybe Jack Horner.
Ooh, okay.
Or maybe Jack of the... I don't know other people named Jack I can think of.
What about Jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, that's a good one. So maybe Jack Skellington.
Ooh, Jack Skellington. That's a good one, too. Of course. Power up the pulse generator. What everyone needs.
Yeah.
How to get there?
Okay, then.
I bet it has something to do with going down this path, but maybe that's just me.
Okay, I can do that.
Well, you can't go there yet.
Because I have to follow that path.
Right.
I have to follow
Right.
this path.
More of those
Right. It's cool.
punching Jack in the Boxes. Wonder if Jack in
Those-
Jack in the Box is real.
I feel like I think Jack in the Jack in the Box is real,
Yeah.
but only as a toy.
Only as a toy. Well, that makes sense. Oh, look. Persephone. Here, just Fling Kong. Whoa! Well, there's some loot. That's good news. Does Fling Kong need any upgrades?
Let me check for Persephone.
Okay.
For another magical upgrade?
Oh, fully upgraded. That's nice to know.
Anytime you wish.
So we're good now. We may now proceed. This is almost like Galileo Galilei's research place where he does all his astronomy work.
Oh, so an observatory?
Yeah,
Okay.
like in an
An
observatory.
observatory. That's cool. Ruining days are over. Oof. I bet that's not true.
Right?
I like how Jim didn't like. Yes, I didn't like that at all.
Lol. Take that.
All right.
But no, all I need to do
And how was your summer going, Aiden?
is science.
Did you have a good week?
That's exactly what I just did. Yay me.
Okay. Okay. It's the troll radio.
Chill Bill. We'll need Chill Bill this week. Yeah, exactly. Gruesome and graphic, indeed.
That's true, Chill Bill. If everyone's asleep, they can't hear you, or what you're even saying. Because they don't understand you. What? What, I'm just trying to get troll radio to be accurate over here.
Right? Well, that's a good thing to strive for accuracy on Troll Radio. You're the Troll Radio fact checker.
Oh, I see. Let me see. Okay, flying by. $10,000 will give you such a crick in the neck.
We got a day. Oh, and break is good. I'm glad to hear, Aiden. Are you finding interesting stuff to do?
Hey, you did it! Now just pop that button and push the blocks.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. Cool.
Eating at Chick-fil-A. I never heard of Chick-fil-A. I've never eaten Chick-fil-A. Cause you know why?
Tell me why. Why's that?
Because I live here. And I don't live in the States.
Right.
That's why.
I think there are some Chick-fil-A's in Canada. I think there's one in Toronto and
There's one in Toronto and
maybe Niagara Falls.
maybe Niagara Falls.
Jeff can correct us on that because I'm sure that he is a connoisseur.
I thought Chick-fil-A's were only in this. I thought all Chick-fil-A restaurants were in the States only. Is what I thought,
Right.
but I could be wrong.
We'll just wait for Jeff to weigh in.
What a
Okay
crazy
then.
place. Full of sleeping scientists having their
Sleeping
brains stolen
scientists?
as the platform
Yep.
actively
Look at this.
near them.
They are.
They're literally in bed sleeping and doing their
Interesting
thing.
It was a new Halloween costume of Jeff. Nice.
Okay.
And Halloween is several months away yet.
I'm hoping
So
to
what,
get.
just over 4 months away. Is that right? You're hoping to get.
I'm hoping to for Halloween this year, get a lumberjack costume outfit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
And you want to know how?
How?
I am planning to find a not a real life axe, but an axe, a pretend axe,
Right.
as well as a costume that, as well as a costume of, as well as an outfit that basically looks like it is straight out of a horror film.
Wait a minute. A lumberjack that's straight out of a horror film.
You want to know what I'm talking about?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, I'm Googling this right now.
All right. We're doing the Googling on the phone while playing the game. Or putting the game aside for a second.
So I was thinking.
Yeah.
So there is a So there is a Winnie the Pooh blood and honey costume.
There is.
And this is what it looks like.
Okay, so do you want me to make the screen bigger so
Yes.
we can all see?
Yes.
All right, so I can't quite... There we go. All right, so Winnie the Pooh blood and honey. So looks like overalls too?
Yeah, because lumberjacks would usually wear overalls.
Oh,
That's
really?
why.
I didn't know that.
And except I won't have him carrying a butcher's knife. I would
That is a cleaver, it looks like.
I wouldn't have carry a cleaver. I'd be carrying an axe.
Okay, got it. All right, back to the game.
Let's wake the
Shake, shake, shake,
scientist
shake,
up.
shake, 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 shake. Broke the connection. Totally fine. Also, don't get confused, Jeff. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about another Jeff. I think that's very kind of you to let Jeff know that you don't want him to get confused.
Okay. Another scientist woke up. Let me go ahead and...
Oh,
Another scientist is awake from his slumber.
oh, and here's the dream catcher.
Getting the information I want out of those crazy scientists' dreams is taking longer than expected. I thought I might slow you down again. And if you should happen to get really, really hurt during the process, all the better. Ah.
Okay then. I feel like we're gonna have a battle going on.
A battle.
Yep, literally.
Who do you think it's with?
These eyeballs. Some eyeballs.
Uh-huh.
And then these weird heffalump creatures.
Heffalump creatures, I like that.
And speaking of heffalumps, I feel like we should have... And speaking of heffalumps...
Heffalumps, yeah.
I really have been hoping for like... I really have been hoping that we... I have... Well, I hope... Well...
Trap
I-
team. Yay, Liz is here.
I remember watching both Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey both the first version, both the first movie and the second film. And although the first one was kind of terrible, the second film was kind of an improvement.
Kind of
I
an
feel
improvement.
like,
So maybe
and-
they learned some stuff
and
from
I
the
feel
first
like
movie?
that. And I feel like they should make a third film because you know why?
Why is that?
I just feel like that we could see Rabbit revived, we could see Kanga be brought back, and maybe Eeyore brought back, even though maybe deceased Eeyore brought back because he hasn't been seen since Winnie the Pooh and his friends literally mauled him
Mauled
in the
him.
in the beginning of the first film, and hopefully a heffalump and hopefully an evil heffalump,
Right.
which I had been very interesting.
Okay, so back to the game?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Back
So
to the
thanks,
game.
Thanks for your review of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Okay.
And Aiden saying, wait, did you like it too?
The first one I didn't like, but the second I like because it was an improvement.
I don't feel like I want. Liz, same here. Same here.
Get over there.
Oh, look. And now,
You're right. I don't like
The-
slashers.
it's just, yes. So how do you reconcile that you don't like slasher movies, but you liked Blood and Honey?
Well, it may be one of my least favorite horror films due to it being a slasher film. I still consider it decent,
Right. Okay. All right.
even with the second film still being one of my favorite horror films next to even though with the second horror films being, of course, like, even with the second film being all the way down at the bottom next to Child's Play.
Oh. Okay.
Get them eyeballs, get
Get some eyeballs.
Get
Yeah,
the-
we all need some eyeballs. It is. So I guess
the eyeballs.
even though you don't like horror movies or slasher movies generally, there are some that are good. Is that what you're saying, Oliver?
Yeah, there are some I find good
Right.
because of the fact that it's just because it's my opinion.
Right. Okay. Got it. Got it. That's fair.
The things going on at this observatory defy scientific explanation, so we locked the door out there and hid in this crate.
Ooh,
Been playing Skylanders
Galley.
here ever since, and I'm pretty
Maybe
good.
Galley is short for Galileo,
Well,
and Newt is short for Newton, and so maybe all of
them
the
could be
Naboo scientists are named after other scientists we know.
I think you make a good point.
Jeff would
be-
win and beat.
Would be Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in a fight because Jeff is stronger. You make a good point.
Okay.
You make a good point. Jeff would definitely beat that bear out. He would knock that bear in the butt.
Blaster draw.
He'd literally stab him to death.
Cruiser.
Who's next? Ooh.
But yeah, you make a good point. Jeff can definitely do that because, like, he would save Christopher Robin's life.
Oh.
I feel like
Fireball.
if he were in both films,
Right.
that is. So yes.
All right. I think you're going to win this one easily.
Broccoli guy.
Broccoli guy.
Oh
There
yes.
you go. You did win. Okay.
I did win.
Excellent. You defeated Galley.
Yeah, I did.
Galileo Figaro. He's just a poor boy.
Where did you even get that song?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, I got it from Galileo, or Galley, who I'm guessing is short for
Galileo.
Now, do you want to use do you want to get a Trap Master to take care of that Traptanium?
Yes. I'll do that before I move on with another character. And it will be. You know who it's gonna be?
Who will it be?
It's gonna be.
No, Jeff wouldn't save him because he's a killer. Remember, Oliver?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
All right, so is it going to be Flipwreck?
Yep, it's gonna be Flipwreck.
Flipwreck. Is Flipwreck a dolphin with a sword?
Yep, he's a dolphin with
With a
with a
sword.
wooden sword and a wooden
Which
shield.
looks like it has maybe teeth laced into it. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely someone who would look. I feel like he's definitely someone who would fit in really well as a pirate
Right.
themed character. Like maybe in Pirates of the Caribbean or
Right.
any other pirate films I could think on the top of my head.
Right. Let's see. Not unless Jeff would want to be friends with him, which would be impossible.
Yeah, you're right. It would be
Lol.
impossible. Lol.
Jeff played a pirate game a couple of years ago. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay, all right.
Now I'm gonna be Flip Wreck.
Flip wreck.
Making waves.
Making waves.
Making waves.
All
Making
right.
waves. Making waves.
flip
Making
wreck.
waves.
Oh, do you want to go isn't there an elemental gate?
I don't want to do the elemental gates right now.
You don't want to? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just thought I better point it out.
Skylanders of the undead element are strong.
Ooh, undead.
Just gonna switch this track out. Scientist has woken up.
Nice. But in my opinion, I don't think Jeff fits the Winnie the Pooh movie just because, well, it just doesn't. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sometimes we don't, we just have a feeling that certain things won't work.
How am I supposed
Yeah, you're right.
All
Not
right.
everything works the way it would be.
All right, is it battle time between Flipwreck and Dreamcatcher?
I don't know if that's
Yeah, but
or just a total bomb.
yes.
Yes, okay.
But
But,
her minions would take us out.
wait a minute. Minions, I thought they were with Gru.
I'm not talking about the minions who like bananas and stuff. I'm talking about her goons, as in the minion.
So,
The minions. I'm talking about like those minions
those
right here.
minions. Right, so completely different from Gru's minions.
Yes,
Got
completely different from Gru's minions.
Got it. And they don't sing things like
Banana. And talk gibberish,
but well, it's
which I found out was the Minionese language.
well, that's a good thing to know that it's not something incomprehensible, and we're going to call it. We're going to say a word like gibberish. It's their own language, and we don't understand it. So it's acknowledging that they have a complex way of communicating.
And this is something I actually found out.
Whoa, Hoodsickle!
Time to take him on.
You're going to take them on.
So you know how I found out the minions speak Minionese and not gibberish?
How's that?
It's because I typed my own words into the minions words of what they say. Hoodsickle is such a tough opponent to beat because
because
him teleporting everywhere.
Teleporting, right? So you really need
Someone who can
Skylander
really
with,
do.
I think a weapon that you can use from far away, something that shoots.
Flip like
But you're doing, I think, what, a third? So a third of his health is gone? Right now would be a good time for a slice of pizza to show up.
I really hope I hope some food shows up.
Now, is there another attack you can use from Flipwreck? Oh, that's a good one.
Here goes nothing. Oh shoot, I'm low on health.
Okay, you gonna swap him out before he
Gets
needs a rest?
I managed to do it during Teleportation. This is taking a while, I feel like.
It is, yeah. But do you want to swap out for another character?
I'll just see if I can keep fighting,
Okay, fair.
even with a little bit of health left.
Oh, nice combo.
Gotta...
Alright, maybe about 25% of his power is left, or his health.
Seems like his scythe is doing so much damage to me.
Yes, because with a weapon like a sword, you have to get close. And that means sometimes he's going to sneak up behind you. Oh, there we go.
Can I do,
So if you're going back to
Can I-
Fling Kong,
can I...
Fling Kong can throw
Yep,
something at him.
that's exactly who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be
Perfect.
Fling Kong,
Perfect.
flying on the magic carpet.
Magic carpet.
Give me some Tessel! Hey, magic carpet, give me some Tessel! What do you think?
I think that's good. I think that's good impersonation.
Of the genie?
It is, yeah.
I like the Robin Williams genie way more than the Will Smith genie.
Oh, okay. Why do you agree when I said Jeff could beat Winnie the Pooh? It's because I said he's stronger?
Yes. Yes, you probably... Actually, if you... Well, if you were to watch... If you were to give Blood and Honey a rewatch... Then you would see how strong Winnie the Pooh is in the movie. Because he's got like... Because him and Piglet literally carry a lot of weapons in their hands. That's why. I feel like Winnie the Pooh might beat Jeff because of the fact that he would have Piglet help him out. Like, what do you think? Do you think during the fight he would have Piglet help him out and like have Piglet to swing his hammer in front of Jeff's face?
It sounds awfully gruesome, guys. Right. Oh, is this the scientist that you need? You said Jeff would win, though. So...
Well, he wouldn't, because... Well, he won't win because... He would win solo, but if it's him with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, then he'll be defeated. One scientist woke up.
One scientist woke up. That's great.
Two scientists woke up.
Cool. Now let me know when you want the first anniversary.
I feel like I'll be ready for the first anniversary any second.
Any second. All right, so you give me the sign. Hey, Paul. Paul is here. Welcome.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready for an anniversary? Paul, you showed up just in time for our first anniversary of the night. Okay, ready?
Ready. History stuff. Rough, rough, rough.
I like that rough, rough, rough. That's a nice touch. So on this day, June 21st.
On this day, June 21st.
1749.
On this day, June 21st, 1749.
So almost 300 years ago.
Almost 300 years ago.
Halifax was founded.
Halifax was founded.
Yes. And Halifax was an important port for the British.
I have been looking into like, so Halifax is like one of the oldest cities in Canada.
Because it is a very old one, yes.
And I actually had been looking to the oldest cities in Canada, and I found out which one is the oldest.
Which one's that?
St. John's in Newfoundland, dating back to, let me find out when St. John's was founded.
Okay.
When was St. John's founded? St. John's, Newfoundland founded. August 5th, 1583.
Wow. Even longer ago.
So yeah, 1583. So so St. John's is actually the oldest city is actually the oldest city in Canada.
Now, and when we say things like that, we probably want to say the oldest European settlement.
The oldest European settlement.
Right, and so that's what I should say about Halifax, is that a European settlement called Halifax was founded on this day in 1749.
It was founded on this day in 1749.
Right. All right, where's the scientist who is going to...
I don't know. I'll have to keep looking.
Right.
I feel like I'll have to keep looking.
Okay. Oliver said Jeff would win a solo. Yes. Kling Kong could use a watermelon slice or a pizza right about now.
How come Because of the fact that he's low on health?
Well, no, just to get him back to full health. He's not low on health. Looks like maybe 80,
Okay.
90% health.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you want to know what I would give him?
What's that?
I would give him bananas.
Bananas.
Because he's
because
a
a monkey.
Because he's a monkey, that's why.
Right. Paul, how are you doing today? We're at the start of a heat wave in this part of North America.
Wait, we're experiencing a heat wave?
Just at the start. Tomorrow it's, well, here in Hamilton it's going to be, what, 35 for the next 3 days?
35 degrees for the next 3 days.
I did just look at your comment, right?
Wow. So it's going to go all the way till the 24th.
Yeah, so I think Wednesday it starts to cool down.
So Wednesday starts to cool down.
Yeah.
Wow. 3 days, that's not even that long.
No, it's not. We're also melting.
We're also melting in the UK. What do you mean you're also melting in the UK?
I think Paul means that it's very hot there too.
Okay. I feel like a few countries may experience heat waves.
Right, so maybe it's a circumatlantic heat wave.
Yep, a circumatlantic heat wave.
Let's see, since you said Jeff would win against Pooh in a solo, would Jeff or Michael Myers win? I think Jeff would beat Michael.
For my view, Michael Myers would be... For my view, Michael Myers could be Jeff because... Michael Myers literally... Michael Myers literally is someone who literally stabs people to death with his knife.
So Paul, don't be concerned. We're not talking about Jeff in matchups against Michael Myers. We're talking about Jeff, a character from Creepypasta.
Broccoli guy.
Oh, 2 broccoli guys on the board.
Smoke screen.
Just out of the pool.
Yep, right out of the pool.
So 31 degrees. Now, often in the summertime, Paul, we get 30 plus days in July and August.
I'm going to pick...
How many times during the summer do you get 30 plus degree days, Paul?
I think Chaos turned Broccoli Guy into a sheep.
Nice. That should make it easier to win.
Do you,
Oh, look at that. Ptol. So for Ptolemy, that's another scientist.
Ptolemy.
Ptolemy, yes.
How do you spell his name?
So PT,
Okay,
Okay.
give me a sec.
right?
P-T-O-L-E-M-Y.
T-O-L-E-M-Y. Right.
So you mean this guy, right?
Yeah,
The Greek philosopher.
that's right.
The
And
Greek mathematician and
Yes.
philosopher.
yes, that's right, Aiden. I'm trying to make sure that people don't get confused.
Ptolemy.
What did you ask, Jim? There's a lot of talking going on. So we often get days that are above 30 in the summer.
Wow.
But what's it like in the UK? Do you get many days above 30 most summers? Is it very unusual to go above 30 in the summer? Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You do know this is a dreamland.
I know. I was dreaming that I could sing.
Jeff
What about
versus
Jeff
Ja-
versus Jason? I'm still putting my money
I
on
think
Jeff.
I think Jason can beat Jeff.
Ooh. Who wants candy?
I'm gonna stick it to you.
Speaking of Jason, you wanna know who I think can beat Jeff?
Who's that?
Chaos.
Ooh.
Cause you know why?
Why's that?
Cause Chaos is very powerful.
Right. But he also makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you'll never lick me.
I want to lick you. Because I like candy.
Who likes candy?
Not... I do.
You do.
Put a magic trap in the hole to trap this villain.
Ghostface or Jeff? Jeff would win.
Maybe Ghostface.
Really? Really? That seems like a controversial take, and Aiden's
Because
going to tell us
Ghostface
more.
does a lot of calls, and Ghostface does a lot of calls, and he always asks someone if he has seen, and would always ask a random person he's calling if they like scary movies.
Right.
Like, you know in Scream when Ghostface does his iconic lines in the phone calls to some strangers and tells them if they like scary movies.
Got it. And Paul says, or something's going to be very strange. You're going to have 2 days where it's around 27 to 32 degrees, and then boom, the next day will be 10 degrees and days of rain. Paul,
Well, it's just my opinions.
yes.
On the character. Well, it's just my opinion on how the characters do their tactical stuff.
Okay, so Paul says, our August scene pants lately. One good week of sun.
You mean Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I think since Leatherface has a chainsaw, he could chop Jeff's head off.
Ooh.
With his chainsaw.
Well, kind of gruesome, not going to lie.
Yeah, that would be gruesome, you're right.
So Paul, I don't know if you've seen any pictures, but today some folks in BC, which is far, far away from us, woke up to snow. And I immediately thought that Jeff and I were ripped off for barefoot snow shoveling content. It's clearly lost on people in BC. Years ago, we had a massive heat wave where we had 4. Wow. Yes.
So,
That would be
let
horrible.
me see.
Jeff versus Pennywise is next up.
Pennywise, maybe. I'm joking, maybe okay, Pennywise wins.
Yeah. Pennywise is quite evil, right?
Because Pennywise is way more evil than Jeff, so... that clown wouldn't even stand a chance.
Alright, so you probably want to stay on that side the next time you get over there, right?
How do I even get to this other side?
So what if you...
What if I...
Alright, go there, down, now down. Yep, through there, and now go back. No, not there. You want to go. You want to get down just one row. TikTok universe was arrived afoot. Yes.
So you're saying I can go down one row?
Yeah, but you need to go back through this gate up here.
This is really tricky lock puzzle. The problem is
Yep,
this is such
so
a
go
tricky
right.
lock.
Yep. Go. No, don't go down. All right. Go up. Go down. Yep. Right. Up. Okay. Go right. Yep. Up. Left. Down. All right. I've lost my train of thought. All right. Yeah. Go. Yep. Go down. Go through, and now come back. Yep. And then go up. There you go.
There we go. Lock puzzle is done.
Ta-da!
Maybe Freddy Cougar.
All right, now let me know when you want the next anniversary.
You know who I think can beat Jeff?
Who's that?
A few other characters I know who can beat Jeff are Bane.
Okay. Solid choice.
I was also thinking of who else? Mr. Freeze.
Oh, okay.
Because he can literally freeze Jeff into into a block of ice.
All right, let me chuck Jeff versus
Jeffy
Chucky.
versus Chucky. Okay, Jeff can beat Chucky in this round. I think Jeff can beat Chucky in this round, but if Chucky had an army of himself, then Jeff would be down. If Chucky were to have a large army of himself.
There you go. All right, so you want to go down to the bottom.
Okay, I'll go down to the bottom.
Okay. All right, and that's your right. Yep, up and then through. There you go.
There we go.
Ta-da! Nice. Let me know when you want another anniversary.
I'm ready for another anniversary.
Okay, here we go.
History stuff. Rough, rough, rough.
Nice, nice. So on this day, June 21st,
On this day, June 21st,
1919,
1919,
it was Bloody Sunday during the Winnipeg General Strike.
Bloody Sunday during the Winnipeg General Strike.
Right. The general strike began in May 1919. Lots and lots of people joined in. And on June 21st,
Was Bloody Sunday.
Saturday, Bloody Saturday.
Bloody Saturday.
Did I say Sunday?
Yeah, you were kind of close, and I managed, but you managed to correct yourself in saying
Okay.
it was Saturday.
All right,
so,
cool. Thank you for your grace
So
there.
yeah, Bloody Sunday.
So the Royal Northwest Mounted Police,
The Royal who?
Northwest Mounted Police,
The Royal Northwest Mountain Police.
right? They charged the crowd
Had charged a crowd
and started shooting into the crowd,
and started shooting into the crowd,
and two protesters
and
were,
two protesters were killed.
Yeah.
That is very bad.
It was part of a wave of general strikes in North America following the end of the First World War.
So this was part of a series of strikes that occurred in North America after the end of the First World War.
Right.
And for people who don't know why the First World War happened, Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated by Gavrilo Princip and a group of Bosnian revolutionaries because he wanted Bosnia to be independent from the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the empire said to the Bosnians no. So what did Gavrilo Princip do? Shoot Archduke Franz Ferdinand in June of 1914, triggering World War I.
Right, and the
And
decrees from Austria-Hungary
and
to
the decrees
Serbia.
of Austria and Hungary to Serbia, and and made all the nations become rivalries.
Okay. All right, Aiden has a long comment here. Jeff versus Pamela Voorhees. Jeff would win because if you think of it, Oliver Pamela is old and Jeff is young, so maybe someone young like Jeff would beat someone old like Pamela.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But do you want to know who Jeff may not win a fight with? I feel like Jeff may not win a fight with Ra's al Ghul
Ooh, another good one.
because of the fact that Ra's al Ghul has a league of assassins.
All right, so Paul writes, still blows my mind how many people died all from that one assassination.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yep.
Did you
It
find
is.
Did you find the scientist who wanted to be hypnotized?
No.
No. Okay.
So I think it's time I finally put an end to it.
But I'll put Mastermind back on. Alright, let's take out Dreamcatcher.
All right. Oh yeah, you could use a villain here.
Jeff versus the clown.
Game. Oh wait.
Jeff beats the clown.
Thank you, Paul. A lot of reaction of folks watching the game but not showing the game. Yes. Hashtag noob. All that talk about World War One. That's what did it. Jeff versus Art the Clown is next. Is Aiden's next
Jeff beats Art the Clown.
Jeff
You know
beats
why?
Art the Clown?
I just think Art the Clown would be very weak.
Why is it that anytime I harness the power
You know, Paul, I could say the heat is getting to me, but that would be incorrect.
This is really getting difficult.
It is. But about half of her health is gone, so you're doing well.
Just gonna keep
So, but you
dodge-
need to keep firing at her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now that the beds are gone, you want to fire at her. So when you stop firing...
I can't do this when she's spinning her tornadoes.
Right, but the tornadoes aren't coming at you. So when the tornadoes are not spinning and the beds aren't there, you could make this end more quickly. So you think it's... All right. So, all right. Thank you, Paul. Jeff versus Jeff. I feel like Jeff wins that matchup.
Oh, great.
All the bets. So keep
We got
firing,
an army
Oliver.
of... Oh,
Yep. You want to get rid of those.
get rid of the beds?
Yep. So then you can go head to head against Dreamcatcher again.
Yes, yes,
See?
yes,
See?
yes, yes. No, no, no.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Yep. There you go. Ta-da!
Dreamcatcher's down.
Nice.
Game clip recorded.
Air trap.
Come on, Skylander.
No, I
No?
don't want to be part of your dream team.
Excellent. Let's go, Oliver. Oh, look at that. 2
I think the
stars?
real Jeff. I think the one who's the killer could
Let's
beat
see. Which
Jeff.
Jeff, though, Jim? Okay. Who wants to play some Chrono Odyssey with me in 4 hours?
No,
4
not me.
hours. That would make it midnight, if I do my math correctly. And we all know what old people do at midnight.
They sleep.
Exactly. Oh, look at that cool hat. Is it a hat or legendary treasure?
It's a
trinket.
trinket.
It's a trinket. Okay.
Sea dog seashell.
Right. Okay. All right. So we are at 7:53. 53 minutes in. What do you want to do next? Do you want to do the final anniversaries and birthday, or do you want to find a challenge to do for a couple of
Final
minutes?
anniversaries and birthdays.
All right. Terrific. Jim sleeps too much. Yes, I heard you lecture me on that today, Jeff. Okay, I want it to, so I can get, yes, it will be Sunday very soon. Are you in the central time zone, Aiden? So if you are, that means only 5 more hours till Sunday. Okay, ready, Oliver? Here we go.
History stuff. Rough, rough, rough.
On this day in 1957,
On this day in 1957,
June 21st, 1957,
June 21st, 1957,
Ellen Fairclough
Ellen Fairclough
is sworn in as the
is sworn in as the
first woman
first-
cabinet minister in
first
Canadian
woman
history.
cabinet minister in Canadian history.
And she
And
was
she was
a cabinet minister in the Diefenbaker government, so a
And she was-
conservative government.
and she was a so you're saying that she was a member of the Diefenbaker government.
Yes, so she was a conservative. And her name has come up in a stream before, Oliver.
She has?
Yes, she was the minister who brought in legislation to stop Canadians from losing their citizenship. So Fred Rose, you may recall from a previous stream,
Yep.
lost his citizenship.
Because why did Fred Rose lose his citizenship?
Well, he was an MP. He was convicted, and then after he served his sentence, he was kicked out of the country.
He was kicked out.
He was an immigrant,
was he
and he was
kicked-
kicked out of the country.
He was an immigrant from where?
Poland, I believe.
He was kicked. Was he kicked out during the Diefenbaker administration?
No, it was under the Liberals.
It was so Saint Laurent. So Saint Laurent was probably in charge.
Either Saint Laurent or Mackenzie King.
So either Saint Laurent or Mackenzie King were in charge.
Right. And Ellen Fairclough brought in the legislation that would prevent that from happening ever again.
So she played. So it looks like she played a big role in Prime Minister Diefenbaker's cabinet.
Well, and also in Canadian history.
And also in Canadian history.
Yeah. And are you ready for the birthday?
Yes.
All right. Do we need this back?
Yep. History stuff. Rough.
On this day,
June
21st, 1965,
June 21st, 1965,
Lana Wachowski was born.
Lana Wachowski was born.
And Lana is one of the Wachowskis who gave us the Matrix movies, Speed Racer, and Sense8, among other.
Is this who you mean?
That's it. Yep.
Lana Wachowski.
Lana Wachowski. Yep. There we go. And just as a reminder for those keeping track, we are 251 days away from the release of Resident Evil Requiem.
How come?
Well, that's when they're releasing it, February 27th, 2026.
February 27th, 2026.
Yeah, I know Jeff is really looking forward to GTA 6 in May of 2026, but other folks are looking forward to Resident Evil 9, also known as Resident Evil Requiem.
I see.
Yes. So, in 2 weeks, do you have an idea of what game you want to play in 2 weeks?
Yes.
What's that?
Well, I was thinking of doing Imaginators.
Imaginators. Ooh, cool.
Yes.
Okay. So let's put that one down. Imaginators on July 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch.
Yep.
Paul can't wait for Resident Evil Requiem either. Excellent. I still have to play a lot of games to get all the lore in. I'm currently struggling with Resident Evil 4. So in 2 weeks on July 5th, we're
2 weeks on July 5th.
We're back with Imaginators.
We're back with Imaginators.
Next Saturday.
So
the last Saturday of June.
I'll
be back with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Doing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Right, I've just made it to the planet Zepho.
Planet Zepho?
Zepho, yes.
Never heard of that planet.
Well, I think you have to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to find it.
I see.
I think it's cleverly hidden. I'm not sure it's on any of the maps. So that's the next 2 weeks on Twitch, both starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then on TikTok on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
He is not your brother, Aiden.
On Tuesday, I'm back with Disney Infinity 3 Twilight of the Republic.
Disney Infinity 3 Twilight of the Republic.
Yes, and I've just traveled to Tatooine there.